So you want to know where to find the hottest stocks in the market. Stocks that can go boom, to find the stocks before they explode. How often have you been behind a screen just to see a stock taking off and you're not in there? And then by the time you see it, you buy it and it's the high and the stock goes crashing down. In this video I will not only tell you how to find these stocks, but also my favorite strategy to make trades like this. And I will let you know how to trade them in 4 easy steps. You will learn from all my experience, but also from all my mistakes. So let's get ready to take your trading to the next level. So first things first, we start with step 1. If you want to find the hottest stocks in the market, we need to scan for them. There are 3 amazing scanners, the best that money can buy. The first one is Trade Ideas, the second one is Scans, and the third one is Day Trade Dash. But if you're a beginner and you want to learn a new strategy and you want to find the hot stocks without spending any money, no problem, I got you covered. For you freebies out there, I have 3 amazing free scanners especially for you. And I will just show you how I set them up. You go to TradingView/Screener. One is for the pre-market. I have a separate scanner that I use during the market hours in New York time, 9:30, because then the market opens. My first rule is I want the price to be above $1. The minimum price move should at least be 10 cents. The second requirement, I want to see a significant change. There should be a gap up of at least 2% or a gap down of at least 2%. The third requirement, pre-market volume should be at least 1 million. If stocks going to explode, there need fuel behind it. An explosion happens only when there's fuel, and volume works as fuel to the fire. You want that fuel. And then the relative volume tells you how much more volume is there now compared to the average past trading days. The fourth requirement, I do relative volume in my scanner above 1. That's the least requirement for large caps. Small caps above 5 make a difference between small cap stocks and large cap stocks. Small cap stocks is basically just a small company. It means a market capital that less than 700 million. A large cap, I consider a stock that has a market capitalization that is more than 1 billion. The last factor I look at is the float. The float means what are the shares available to trade. When there are less shares available to trade, then you can have these massive squeezes up with low float stocks. So what I consider a low float stock is lower than 10 million. From lower than 2 million, you have a micro float stocks, and micro float stocks, especially when you're beginning to trade, please stay away from that. I don't really have necessarily float requirements in my scanners, but I take them into account. What can I expect from this trade? How crazy can this stock go? So in other words, the hottest stocks are one with a low float and a lot of volume. The scanner I use during the market hours are just a bit different. This time the volume has to be at least 2 million, the price should be at above 2, and I want the stock to make a new 1-month high. But if you don't want to put all that effort in there, there's just an easy alternative that is as good as all of these premium scanners. Just a YouTube live stream. Type in Zendo Live Scanner and you will have a beautiful live scanner of all the momentum stocks that are for you available. The main requirement that I'm following is volume is so important. Has the stock less than 1 million? I don't even look at it. Then I check the float and I check the market capital. So I have a better idea what is going on here. A scan is just a scan. You need to find the right stocks to trade. And you make a selection, and the best of your selection you put on your watch list. So now you have your whole list of stocks. Perfect. And then open their charts. And then I first go take a look at the daily chart. Is there no major resistance? Is there enough room? Only when the daily chart looks good, I go to the intraday chart. If you do not know how to draw a support and resistance level, or what are the things that I look for my support and resistance, this is not what I will go into in this particular video. If you do want to know that, how I identify levels and at what levels I particularly play at, please leave a comment below. Then I look at the intraday chart. Is there a possibility for a setup? Because that's the important part. You don't buy random stocks. No, it has to look good. You need to follow a clear setup. If in the pre-market I can identify a clear level, it should be either with a double top or a consolidation. If one of these criteria are met, I put it on my watch list. Then we go to step 3, when to enter. This is still a very easy step. With the support and resistance level, I first identify where are the short sellers. If I would be a short seller, I would do it at these particular points. Right now we found a stock that has on the daily chart room to run. It has volume. You identified a clear resistance level where short sellers will short the stock. And now we wait until the price moves up to that resistance level. And when the price is there, we want to buy the breakout. So we look at from the moment it is at the breakout, we look at level 2, and bam! Sellers coming in, we buy the stock and poof, the stock shoots up. Now it doesn't work always as easy, and to master reading level 2 takes time, effort, practice. So especially for you, I have a second entry criteria. Most of the times it has a micro pullback. We want to buy this. How to do that? Still criteria needs to be met. Volume is important. I use 2 particular indicators for that. Either the volume bar of this candle needs to be higher than the highest volume bar of the resistance. Or I look at the indicator of the Wise wave. The current Wise wave needs to be higher than the previous wave of the resistance. If those volume criteria are met, I also will enter in this trade. And now step 4. This is the hardest part, and this is the difference between profitable traders and non-profitable traders. Step 1 and 2 are very easy. Step 3 is okay. But step 4, you need to prepare for this. That's exiting the trade. When to exit the trade. First of all, risk management. Where do you place your stop loss? I place my stop loss 1 ATR to 2 ATRs below the resistance level. Most of the times, if these setups do not immediately work, they won't work. Don't hang on to them, exit. Look, what we have identified is when are the short sellers wrong, but what happens if they're right? Get out of the trade. Get out when it doesn't work. Remember step 1, we have identified the major resistance levels on the daily chart. Exactly. My take profit is the next major resistance level, and on my way there I scale out on every push, on every trade. I take a bit off the table, I skim off the top, I take some profits. Because I might think it goes to the next major resistance, but it doesn't always work that way. It doesn't. I have to give you 2 warnings with this strategy. First, you have to wait a lot. Wait for the right moment. You are a sniper. Your main job is to wait. Sanctity, there won't be good stocks every day. If it's not a good day, then just don't trade that day. That's perfectly fine. I will tell you the most important thing. A thing that no trading YouTuber so far has taught. I never seen this before. The truth is, if you just follow the strategy or any other strategy, you will lose money if you blindly implement it. You need to practice. You need to practice on paper, you need to practice small size, you need to practice reading, all the time practice. And you have to make the strategy your own. No strategy is ready out of the box. You have to adapt your strategy for your personality, for your risk tolerance, for the way you approach the market. I'm the person who likes to buy high, sell higher. But maybe you're the person who likes to buy low and sell high. Then this strategy is not for you. Take parts of it, take my scanners, take the entry requirements, take my exit requirements, and fit it to your needs. No strategy is ready out of the box. You have to practice and learn. Practice and learn. Practice and learn. And then it's also very important to choose the right broker. So please watch this video so you won't make the mistake in choosing the wrong broker. Bam.